starting.
Oh,
it's starting.
All right, here we go. Welcome to the Nintendo Directs, everyone, on September 13th, 2018.
Yeah, sadly, tragedy, but we're not here to talk about that.
Anyway,
so
let's hope some.
And we start with.
Yeah, like last time, I've got the UK stream going.
Let me get Luigi's Mansion.
I've got the UK stream going on as well.
It's Luigi's Mansion.
Hey, Luigi! Good to see you're a bit better for wear after that Simon Belmont trailer.
Wait, it looks way poly. Don't tell me there's also a Switch version of it.
Then that 3DS version would be as good as
there was a third. Oh my god!
Working title.
Wait, is it a new?
So
it's
no, that's the thing.
Never mind.
So that's where the plunger came from.
Well,
Luigi had not a plunger attack.
Yes.
So this is a new game.
Yes.
Funnily enough, guys, the working title bit on the American one, that's not on the UK one. So maybe it's just called Luigi's Mansion 3 round.
Oh, hey, it's the new president.
So I'm guessing eventually the first and the second will also get a port on the Switch in order to prepare. Might make sense.
I think I'm watching the American stream.
Yeah,
I didn't check.
Again, I've got.
Anyway,
Let's see what we got.
oh, Kirby.
Oh, a new Kirby
Kirby's
game.
Extra epic yarn.
Oh, Epic Yarn port. Okay, I guess.
Yeah, it's extra epic because.
Oh, how cute.
I love Kirby's Epic Yarn, so this is fine by me.
No, it's fine by me. I just think at this point it may be necessary. Well, depends on the price also. So, yeah.
We'll pay full retail price and like it.
No, this is not compile hard.
Well, I'm fine with that because I've never played Kirby's and I did like Yoshi's Woolly World.
You're only upset to play with it.
Is the European one?
No, it's showing Kirby.
I still have my 3D.
Same.
Yep. Kirby's Extra Epic Yarn.
Yeah. Remember the remake of Bowser's Side Story also will have a side story titled Bowser Jr.
Ah, right. I keep forgetting about Entire Story was on the DS.
Yeah, again, so jarred that these keep the brothers in time. That's considered the worst one, isn't it? No, it's the weakest, but it's not a bad game.
Yeah, when people say it's the weakest, it's weakened by the standard of the trilogy.
Oh, Bowser Jr. leading the Koopa Kids.
Yeah, basically it's the same mode as it was with the Captain Goomba in the remake of Superstar Saga, just now with
I've realised some changed the names of the Kirby games between America and Europe for no reason. That's not the case this time. Now we've got Luigi's Mansion 3DS.
Of course. Well, hey, a new Luigi's Mansion game. Okay, that's already a new IP.
Don't forget that the original Luigi's
What?
Mansion is coming to Nintendo 3DS.
25th, 2019.
The spooky vibe that fans remember is intact, even when you're playing the new two-player mode, making its
Wow.
debut in the Nintendo 3DS
Nice.
version.
Play as Slime Luigi.
Sure, why
You and another
not?
player each own the game.
Okay, well, I guess that's one way to remind us that this is definitely a remake,
Mansion together.
technically.
Or if only one of you has the game,
You can, even if you don't have a game card or a download copy.
That's nice.
3DS systems. Oh yeah, in Professor Egad's lab, you can
Amiibos.
Well,
Yeah.
of course.
Like revealing hidden
I don't have my Lucina one anymore, although I doubt that will do anything.
Yeah, I think it's a Boo avatar.
has a different effect.
So it's either
Oh.
Boo or Luigi. October 12th in the
Luigi's Mansion Hot
States.
Nintendo
Yeah, October
3DS
12. We've
October
been
12th,
warning you
just
about
in
this, I
time for
think.
Halloween.
Uh-huh.
Should have been in October 31st.
Oh, you can watch Blasters.
October
Yes.
19th.
And yes, with the
October
new, well, I mean, with the old cast back. I missed you, Jerry.
Luigi's Mansion's out on October 19th in Europe.
Ah, that's not that long.
Yeah, a week.
Soon after launch,
There you go, Pedro. See, that's what I meant when I told you the other day we had to remove all the major Ghostbuster references.
Well, yeah, they want to get sued.
Sadly.
That's just the way the cookie crumbles.
I love cookies.
New areas to explore, new yokai to befriend, and new big boss.
Oh, yeah, apparently this game has the old English voice.
Oh, it's available
Yeah.
now?
Don't.
Yeah.
Now's the perfect time to
Huh.
It's out
Now.
What? Oh, Nintendo
Yeah,
Direct
an update.
headlines.
It's a couple of weeks. Out now, yes, it's out now here too.
Hey,
Alright,
Takahashi.
out
everything
now.
Everything for the 3DS, so
How's
let's
it going?
move on.
Well,
Yeah.
from here, let's focus on Nintendo Switch.
So 30 minutes.
Oh.
Please take a look.
Ooh, Splatoon 2 update.
Platoon.
Ah, so many logos.
See what this entails.
The truly cultured kids on the block.
Oh, for a second I thought the audio was going out.
Okay.
I still don't have this.
Get ready, guys. It's Splatoon version 2. 4.
Me and
4.
Shiri have
Version
already
4.
made that.
Version 4, yeah.
Just remember, the name is never gonna be that officially. Wow, my god, we're getting anime with this, T.O.
Yes.
Oh, wait, let me guess. The Inklings meet Jet Set Radio.
That would be interesting.
Honestly, the music
I
would
mean,
kind
Jet
of
Set
right to
Radio-
come in this.
Jet Set
I
Radio
think.
is all about making feet, so in spray. So that
Let me
makes-
guess, new maps.
Also, like, but Splatoon already has a manga, so an anime would be far-fetched.
I'm kind of surprised in terms of direct presentation so far. Sometimes the American and European directs show different games at different times. Here they're showing the same games at the same times, just again with different release dates.
Interesting bout of direction.
It helps.
So, are we gonna get another story added
That's a-
on? Okay, I'll give Nintendo this. They're definitely
No,
doing a
I
good...
think this update is mostly about cosmetics. Yeah.
And maybe a new map, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Not bad.
Nice.
Not bad.
They switched it off.
So
Let's
next.
see
I thought
Oh, hey, Mega Man 11.
Mega Man 11.
Yay!
Blue Bomber is back. It's been about time.
The 30th anniversary of the iconic series. This brand new
Also,
game is
Capcom,
coming
don't
for
you dare
graphics
forget your
on
other
Nintendo
blue-themed
Switch.
protagonist, or you're gonna regret it.
And shoot through each of the colorful
Sonic?
challenging stages.
No, that's
Gallery
Sega.
of deadly bosses like the formidable
Sonic.
Also,
he's
why
a
did you say
blue-
robot?
Yeah, they're
bitches?
both blue. What's the
I didn't
difference?
say robot. Like I said, Sonic.
You said robot before Sonic.
No, I didn't.
No,
Never.
he didn't.
Oh, double gears. Okay, this double gear system
Yeah,
definitely
remember,
does look
Joel, we already
promising.
seen
Yeah,
this,
I played
double
I played the demo on the PS4.
Oh, a new amiibo for Mega Man 11. Holy
That
You can tap one
Not
each
that I
day
get to use it that
E-tanks and other
often
useful
since I
info
well,
The Smash Amiibo is better.
my
Sorry.
relationship with the classic series is far less easy compared to the X
Oh,
series.
what's this? Something new from Mario Tennis Aces?
Yeah, I'm on the
Hi, Birdo.
October 2nd.
forecast. Yeah.
Well, Pedro, would you say so far we're getting a good look at some new IPs, some stuff with their other stuff?
No, they haven't shown a new IP yet.
No, well, I meant their non-Smash IPs.
Oh, that, yeah, sure.
Hey, new Luigi's Mansion, I'm definitely hyped for that. So yeah, Birdo, Paratroopa,
Yeah.
Shy Guy.
Oh, you can.
There will even be a
Oh,
new
now
mode
PT
called
Piranha is
Wild
playable too.
I don't.
Participate in online
You sure
Yeah.
that's not just a boss fight from the story mode?
No.
Doesn't Mario have a golf spin-off series?
Yes.
Aw, change. Oh my god.
Mario's done pretty much everything at this point.
Well, remember, Joe, a change of the how it's just in the castle.
The version 2 update for Mario Tennis
Basically, alternate costume.
Watch out, guys. You gotta get the tennis ball through rings.
Sure, why not?
19. It's probably going to be the same for Europe.
Oh, arcade classics.
Are these the
Final
I
fight.
think
And guess what?
Yay, that's nice.
Okay.
Can we ever release the sequel to Donkey
So
Kong?
they done? So final
Oh, Captain Commando!
And
Knights of the... Oh my god, wow! They're really digging into the barrel for this one.
releases.
this is basically the non-Street Fighter collection.
So, essentially... Wait, Street Fighter is a fighting game, not a beat 'em up.
I mean the non-Street Fighter one.
Circuit as well. Yeah. We can have eventually a finally localized
Oh,
version.
here we
Online
go.
play.
Online. Wait, online play for these old classics? Holy cow.
It makes
Remember, the online play speak.
Yeah, Hamster has been always having that kind of stuff for these.
Well, good on them.
September 18th in the US at
New
least.
Super Mario Bros. U is getting the deluxe.
Nice.
Yeah, again,
Which means it's
18th.
time to take down Bowser and his Koopa
Super
Link
Mario
invasion
Bros.
in
U.
tried and true side-scroller.
Yeah.
Oh, well, what do you know?
Another Wii U port. What a surprise.
Wait.
Here, and if
A Wii U
that's
port?
not
So let me
Oh
get
my
this
god,
straight.
it is New Super Mario
It's called
Bros.
Super
U.
Mario Bros. U. Yeah, it's on the Switch. We're gonna call it now. New Super Mario Bros. U.
Yeah, oh, Toadette is playable.
Oh, playable Toadette.
Jet can double jump, float slowly during free fall, and get a boost back up if she falls into a pit. Luigi's first starring role in a platforming adventure, New Super Luigi U, is getting the deluxe treatment too, and comes free of charge. A single
on,
joystick
both
controller
games?
is all a player needs,
Are there
and
several
players can
new
join in
Super Mario
together
Brothers games? Wait,
anytime,
Peach is playable?
anywhere.
Now remember, I think we're counting the Super Luigi Bros. A separate version.
No, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure I saw
Comes down the
Peach
pipe
playable.
January 11th.
Yeah, that was Toadette big form, apparently.
Nintendo
Ooh,
Switch
the
is ready to roll.
1980.
Wait, the King of all Cosmos. Oh my god!
Katamari, it's
Katamari!
Katamari.
It lives!
January 11th.
Oh my god, I thought this series was dead!
Now
it's back.
Kobande remembers Katamari. That's incredible.
So wait, is this a new game or is this a remake?
And now you better take control of the
Well, I don't know, Joe, because if I have to be honest, all Katamari games are essentially the same.
I've heard of this series. This is the one where you roll a bunch of stuff into a ball.
Yes, you roll stuff into a ball until you get it as big as the game wants.
Oh wow. Oh, I mean, I was a fan of
This
this.
game was actually advertised a fair lot in the UK. The earlier installments.
Also, this game is very Japanese in all the things.
Oh my god, a new
And
one.
the ad.
Yes,
it's-
Winter 2018.
So
Gyro control.
I don't think it's required. Okay, that's a good showing. That's a good showing so far. What else you got?
Online, including the launch date.
Winter, not very specific. Winter 2018.
The service will begin September 18th.
Oh boy, let's talk about that online.
We prepare
Might as well.
to show you what's offered with your Nintendo Switch online.
Oh yeah, the details will be a bit different in the UK one. I know that.
More games, more features, more fun. Yeah. How about a virtual console? Or it doesn't even have to be a virtual console. Let's see something like the virtual console but beefed up.
Allow us to introduce
September 19th.
included with your membership.
Next week here, apparently.
Online play, of course.
What's the day-long delay?
Play compatible games together online, even when you're far apart.
Alright, the play features.
Compete against players the world over,
Live play.
or team
Oh
up
my
for some
god,
great co-op
Minecraft.
action. There are so many ways to have fun.
Ah, Smash, hello.
Are supported. So find your favorites and take them online.
In terms of like the choice you can get, I'm gonna get the one where you pay every 3 months because it's still
You
pretty
can play
cheap
classic NES games
anyway.
anytime,
Good
anywhere
choice.
on Nintendo Switch.
Can you pay per year?
Yeah,
Get lost in the
Okay.
gameplay.
20
either
bucks a
1
year, I
month, 3
recall.
months, or a
Or the
year.
little monster. For multiplayer
Oh, there you
games,
go.
each player
Aw.
can
The
choose
NES
Aw.
The
stuff.
classic games like Ghosts and Goblins. Yay!
sharing the fun. NES games can
Bowser's
also
gonna
be played
break his
online.
Joy-Con.
As they say, playing together long distance.
Hopefully
Bowser still,
they're playing
Bowser still is having that issue.
in the EU one, he's playing
Mario Golf.
in the EU stream. He's playing Mario Brothers 3.
I love how we're making these Bowser Jr. parental bonding over this, which kind of like it's a storyline.
Why they changed the game in the presentation? Here it's Super Mario Brothers 3.
Whatever, more popular thing.
No thanks, Nintendo. I already played these ROMs on my Wii U.
Save data cloud for most of our games.
Okay, Nintendo. Now that we're paying for online, it better be improved.
Well, Nintendo's always had a bit of a
Oh,
history.
right, the smartphone app. The one that I don't think anyone really uses.
Nope.
With this app,
Discord's better, just saying.
Oh, by the way, if you use Discord, you'll be banned. Have a nice day.
Yeah, Nintendo aren't Sony. They wouldn't be that petty.
I don't know, dude. I don't know, Jova. I could see them doing that just for save more money.
Yeah, smartphone app's not really gonna make them bad.
Jova, they've been very draconian with YouTube.
Jova, Nintendo generosity comes as far as their wallet wants. So, yeah.
Oh, special
And
offers.
sometimes not even that far.
We'll have more
Yeah.
to announce in the future.
How is he high-fiving Mario through a speech bubble?
Fourth wall.
It's a cartoon.
Special offers.
Okay, well.
Basically, the equivalent of the PlayStation Plus, I guess.
And yes, of course, it
Really?
pretends.
Think about which plan is right.
In the future. We don't get...
Two or more accounts. You can save some.
Oh, there's even a deal for if you have 2 or more accounts.
How's it look?
You have 2 accounts, you can pay twice.
Again, to be fair, for an online service, the prices are still relatively contained.
September 19th.
Again, I'm just waiting to see if the online actually is better.
$3.49 for a month, $6.99 for 3 months, and $17.99 for 12 in the UK.
Oh,
It
classic
seems
control.
like I'm watching the UK stream.
Nintendo Entertainment System, Nintendo Switch Online.
Oh, you can have the NES controller as Joy-Cons.
Yeah,
And you can charge them by simply attaching
so
them
it
to the
will.
console.
Okay.
We hope you'll enjoy using these controllers to play this growing library.
Oh
wait to
wow!
play
So
Yoshi.
they function both as classic NES controllers, but also can be the Joy-Cons for your Switch.
Yeah.
I hope they're cheaper than Joy-Cons, because Jesus.
$60.
70 bucks, actually.
Wait, hold on. It says 60 over here.
How much is it, Yuri?
Joy-Cons are 70 bucks here.
Really? 60 over here.
It's here.
Get ready to set off on a
No, I mean in like
Ah,
generally speaking.
hello. Okay,
Alright,
okay.
tomorrow.
Okay, I'll give them credit with this Pokemon game. It did exactly what I wished for. Any Pokemon can be your walking partner. Finally.
Yeah. I've heard,
Jova, Heart Gold and Soul Silver got you covered.
Well,
heard
I know that Heart Gold and Soul Silver did it, but no Pokemon game since that has done it.
Yeah, from what this one does away with HMs, and that you can okay,
Teach
the
them to
names of
think
the
Pikachu and Eevee,
yeah the names of the moves that fill up a move slot. So if you want to fly, it won't. You put in there. It's not called fly, but it won't pick up a move put in
Sure, I'm
any other moves that you wish.
okay with
That's
that.
good. Again, okay, that's one thing I definitely do like about this game. It's definitely taking into consideration a lot of the praise for changes that Gen 7
Oh,
made.
hairstyle.
Although it's like I've always said though.
That's
These
though
two games are
why
probably going to be a
indie?
bit more of a false start for the new ones next year.
The gates to the burning hells.
Hell hath new theory on Nintendo Switch.
Of course,
Diablo.
we're talking about Diablo 3.
Yeah, possibly.
Ah, yes, and what did you know? Blizzard's
What?
getting on the
Diablo.
Nintendo train.
Basically, a bit of these three.
The
So
burning
basically,
hells. You'll explore the full story and the deadly
These
world
are
of
great.
Sanctuary. For loot-filled bounties
no,
and rifts
crawler,
to
where you
randomized
RPG.
dungeons.
Where you
Greater
control.
spoilers.
It's similar
Play as a demon
to
hunter,
Dawn.
barbarian, crusader,
Mhm.
necromancer, witch doctor, monk,
You
And
wizard, with up to 3 friends online, offline via local co-op, or on a single console
yeah,
couch
that's
co-op.
the.
You can even
Basically,
suit up in
it
this
was
Nintendo
like a
Switch
pioneer of
exclusive
this,
transmog
hence what
armor
games
for
that
the
try to
King of
game.
Evil, Ganondorf.
also called.
All amiibo figures are compatible.
It's interesting that Blizzard and Activision are both one company, and yet they're
With sparkling goodies.
Potential scamming practices from Blizzard is most likely because for stuff on them, Overwatch, overpriced. You can play as games on the Switch.
I've been getting back into the wrestling fandom recently from there. Is that sometimes, it could end up being the result could be completely different.
Different right way. Next up is
Super Mario
Super Mario
Party.
Party.
Woohoo! The Mario Party that finally does allow you to do mini games online.
Of course, the 4-player board game mode that fans love is
only mini games though.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I can see why they haven't quite made the actual matches available online, because matches can take a while, so I'm guessing they're still trying to find a way to refine that, so in case somebody has to leave for an amount of time.
And yay, the car's gone. Woo!
Oh, yes.
Compete against players
Yeah, look, I haven't played 9 and 10, but from looking at them,
the problem with the car was that it kind of defeated the sense of competition, to say the least.
A new story in a village with a secret
Oh?
to hide.
A new story in a village with a
Game
secret
Freak
to
presents a
hide.
brand new
Eh?
RPG. The story
Oh my
is set
god,
in
a
the
new title from Game
of a
Freak?
great castle. The settlement in
Well, Game Freak have been doing,
that is,
Huh,
until
maybe.
the sudden appearance
It's real, those are
Well, there you go, Pedro, an absolute new IP now.
working title.
Town, just town.
It's a working title page.
When the situation calls for it,
Pedro,
fellow villagers to surmount powerful threats. What
never
secret does
been
the village
that.
harbor?
To be fair,
I like the saucing
To be fair,
style.
hey, guys, it may be called town, but it also serves beer from the beer place.
The critically acclaimed
Called
city-building
beer.
game Cities Skylines is coming to Nintendo Switch, which means there's a city in need of a new mayor. You. And you've got some real moving and shaking to do if you want to improve quality of life, energize businesses, and stimulate growth,
Very
whether you're
interesting.
investing in roads and power lines, public facilities, or transportation services. How the city develops is totally up to you. You're kind of a big deal. But in this game, sometimes it's the small details that stand out most. You can watch over every single city.
You sure? Post 2000.
What's more, both previously released downloadable content packs After
Well,
Dark
you know,
and
I like the look
Snowfall
of this
are
game.
included
What do you
in the
guys
Nintendo
think?
Switch version. Flex your mayoral might at home or on the go.
You're
Cities
kind of
Skylines
lagging a
launches
bit.
Yeah.
today on Nintendo eShop.
Oh, we get
tale of
the
blood,
dark version
blood,
with
and
blackjack
steel.
and hookers.
The moon
Totally.
is falling. Now,
Oh, it's available
the world
today.
and its inhabitants are on the brink
What?
It's out now.
I'm sorry.
now.
What's available
As a
today?
mercenary, you'll
Cities
pilot
Skylines.
Skyline.
an
Oh,
arsenal
that.
Nintendo
runaway AI.
fix your Apple now.
Damon
Even X remember Dweebs, this was shown in D3?
On the fly.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes, Dweebs, you were also here.
They're added to your personal armory for use in future missions. Each
Oh yeah, this was the
Hey,
The
Damon
one
X
developed by
Machina.
Maxis. I think one of the people who work on Armored Core work on this. I'm not sure,
At
but
any time during battle, you can exit your arsenal to explore the field on
yeah.
foot.
Welcome to,
You can
ladies
use
and gentlemen,
weapons to strengthen
welcome
your
to
I really like the style.
Evangelion.
abilities will be
Welcome to
augmented as well.
Evangelion, the video game.
Dweebs, it could be even Gundam for all you know.
Yeah,
You
Gundam.
can take down massive
There are a lot of
I don't-
mecha stuff.
I don't know. I've barely seen. I don't think I've ever seen a Gundam DVD or anything around here.
Daemon X Machina launches
Available
in 2019.
2019. Now, what's next? A big adventure in a miniature. Oh, it's gonna be that new
Big
Yoshi's
miniature.
game, isn't it? Yoshi's Crafted World.
Alright.
We're gonna say Yoshi's Crap World for him. My mind is.
Ah, Dwibs. You tend to mince words in your ears.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Jovi, you're so. Jovi, I never knew you were that judgmental.
It's a joke, son.
Or flip the perspective.
I think I've played like a bit of in terms of Yoshi games. The only one I've ever really played was the Game Boy Advance version of the first one.
Anyone else a bit more versed with these games?
Well, I played a bit of Yoshi Story because it's crazy. But again, Yoshi games in themselves never really particularly piqued my interest. I don't think they're bad, it's just not my...
You can go backwards, guys.
They're kind of like the most casual of casual things. They're just a bit of fun.
Yeah.
Available
How was
spring.
the,
Wow, Nintendo's
previous
got
one?
quite a bit coming out in 2019. And
Gaming
Osmodee?
Asmodeus.
So
That's
it's apparently
nice,
a tabletop.
actually. Yeah, Carcassonne, I played this. It's very fun.
Infect Cities.
Isn't this based on like a real life board
Yes,
game?
yes.
Ooh, it's available December 2018.
Got that.
Solo mode,
Got that
4-player
vibe.
local multiplayer,
The Lord of the Rings living card.
as paid DLC.
This, aka, we want
Whether
the
you play alone
Hearthstone
or
audience.
alongside a second player,
The Lord of the
you're
Rings
powerful
living
deck
card
and
game.
a
Am I in
fellowship
time with you
of
guys
3
now?
to face the forces of Sauron
Yes.
in each story-driven
And,
quest.
oh yeah,
Lord of the
they
Rings,
use
the living
it's
card
like
game.
these are like
Stop the
different
spread
packs
of
you
4
can get.
diseases and cure them all. on your
Basically,
own
this,
or
the
in
Ooh.
this developer
multiplayer
is giving
with
these
pandemic.
adaptations of
Plus,
the
it's
board
individually
game.
I like
That's
it.
nice.
based
It's like a
on
way of
popular
being able to
expansions.
carry all these board
This
games
has
with
to
you,
be.
but you don't have to
This is
fit
just
them
the
all in an
beginning
extra
of tabletop
space.
gaming on
I
Nintendo
love that they
Switch.
copyrighted
In
this for
addition to these
next year,
titles,
even though it's
we
not
can also
next year
confirm
yet.
that many
Ooh,
more is on the way,
Munchkin. Munchkin
including one of the
on the
most
Switch
popular
needs
board
to
games
be
ever.
amazing.
Catan
And a
Universe.
dungeon crawler based on Steve
Build your
Jackson's
greatest
iconic
empire
card
on
game,
Nintendo Switch.
Munchkin.
Ooh.
Stay tuned.
Is it Civilization? Is this Civ 5?
Don't you mean
All
Civ
great
6?
creations, even nations,
Oh,
begin
I
with
think
a
I think
spark.
it is.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It looks a bit cartoony to be a civ. Oh, never mind. It is Civilization. Enters a new age.
Oh,
This Civilization, aka Sid Meier's desperate plea to do something
Yep,
else.
I was right. It's Civilization 6.
Hold an empire in the palm of your
again,
hands.
I'm not again. I'm okay with it, but I'm not sure how an RTS can work on a normal console. I guess
Yeah,
on
they do those
hold on,
plenty of
hold on,
times.
Jova. On handle mode, it can make more sense because of a touchscreen. But for the normal console, using the pointer or the buttons and cursors for moving, for selecting your stuff, is a bit too clunky.
Also,
Oh,
Civilization is
yes.
Civilization's the only series I know where it has the actual
Hi, Star
creator's
Fox.
name in the title.
Alright, Star Fox content.
I wonder if it's going to be an entire story mode campaign for Star Fox.
Maybe, but don't expect too much still, Jova.
Again, Tio,
like
it's
Probably
looking-
be like a
40
couple of
minutes.
hours. or
Again,
something.
Tio, it's looking to be the best Star Fox game we've gotten in a while.
They're taking what they can get.
Sure,
Hey!
you'll get 6 billion free telling of Star Fox, the original, and you'll like it.
We'll probably still get that before an F-Zero game. Oh, whoa!
Never thought I'd miss the food.
Can't let you do that, Star Fox.
Some things never change with that guy. Oh, and of course it's available October 16th.
Why the hell was Wolf eating an insect leg?
Oh,
Because he can.
He doesn't like it
The
though.
world ends
Right.
with you and Xenoblade Chronicles? Why show those two side by side?
Which contains a
Because maybe
remixed
they
map
can
of
we
Shibuya.
get out
So you'll really have to scramble
on
to
the
escape
same
the
day.
area or face erasure.
But going back to that Star Fox stuff, I generally do have to wonder if we're actually going to a campaign given the fact that they bothered to make CGI cutscenes.
Well, yes, Jova, just don't expect it to be too big.
And there's Xenoblade Chronicles 2, the Torna DLC.
Again, yeah, this is
down a
story.
dark path.
Let's see how much we spoil this time around.
Xenoblade Chronicles 2 game. Defend yourself from Malos.
Oh,
and
the
his forces
interview,
using all
October
the
12th.
fury of this refined battle system.
There you go, Pedro.
Okay,
Something
in
to
the-
look forward to,
in the
then.
US,
arcades
same
and their
headset.
masters the drivers. Newcomers will have the perfect place
So
to
for a
start.
second there, I thought you said the
And
United.
spoiled.
Torna, the Golden
I thought you said,
Pass,
I
September
thought you said
21st.
the United Kingdom.
You know, Tio, is it just at this point?
No,
Come on.
at this point, Jova should expect it because we made it a fucking meme.
Don't you see, Tio? Anything with the word Xenoblade in it is gonna get spoiled. Wait, what?
More than 38 million players
Is that what
Warframe?
Xenoblade?
Space Ninja action when Warframe launches November 20th.
Well,
Alright,
good job.
Warframe.
Camila Cabello, Bruno Mars, Cardi
Just
B,
Dance, of
and
course.
More, anytime, anywhere in Just Dance 2019 on October 23rd.
You
Ah!
can also get it on the Wii.
FIFA.
Yeah, they're still,
19.
they're still making Wii
Oh, Team Sonic
Correct.
Racing!
And win as a team.
FIFA
Team Sonic
19.
Racing, launching this winter.
I keep forgetting Team Sonic Racing is a thing.
NBA
Yeah.
2K19.
I keep forgetting that they're still making Switch versions of FIFA games.
Wow, I'm sure EA wants you to forget that, given how they tend to treat the Switch.
Also, I still don't know how I feel about Team Sonic Racing. There's so much that seems just off to me.
Lego DC supervillains.
Lex Luthor, and the rest of the best of the worst in the all-new Lego DC Supervillains.
That game looks to
By
be
the way,
Oh,
Yeah.
this is super.
fun.
Again, Joby, you're...
I'm
you're-
not
you're
saying it, but oh. Yeah, there we go.
Where is it?
Oh, Pedro, you may
Final
want to take a look at
Fantasy.
this. Crystal Chronicles, okay.
But maybe,
yeah, I
please,
saw
please,
the,
please, 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 port some of the other older Final Fantasy games to Switch, please, to show that you've truly buried the hatchet.
They posted they posted this like a few days ago.
Wow, the Direct was supposed to come out a week ago. And wouldn't you know, there's an online multiplayer mode.
Well, it makes sense. Remember, Joe, that originally you were supposed to connect all controllers or Game Boy Advances.
Way before
Oh,
Play cool.
it's you.
But they can't do it here, so they have to maybe online mode as a workaround.
Hey, Pocket Edition HD.
Yes, whatever, you're here, how good for you.
Deal with Gladio having skipped leg day.
Moving on. Whoa, whoa, holy cow, whoa!
World of Final Fantasy is also on the way.
You are gonna love this. Guess what else is coming to the Switch that was originally exclusive to the
World
PS4?
of Final Fantasy.
Maxima Edition. So it's an wait.
With new content, Pedro, I guess
Woo!
this is the version. we're gonna
So you're telling me so the Switch gets the enhanced version?
Unless Jova gets revealed, it's available later on for also PS4 and
Yeah, they'll probably put it as like a patch or
Whatever.
DLC.
It's stuff that's on the base cartridge. Less downloading having to
Chocobo's
be
Mystery
done.
Dungeon.
So, okay,
Hold
World
on,
of Final
this one is
Fantasy. I was
new.
not expecting that.
You're still there, Pedro?
Yeah, you've been awfully
not.
quiet.
Is he burped?
Oh
maybe
my
it's
god!
because of
Okay, I have to
his
say this right now. Final Fantasy XII The Zodiac Age is coming to the Switch as well.
Makes sense.
Come on, where's that Final Fantasy VII port?
There you go. Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Were you muted?
Discord.
I've still got the PS4.
Yeah, no, Pedro. Opinions on these ports? Like
No,
Chocobo?
I'm looking forward to it. I'm just waiting to see if there's going to be a DLC update.
Oh
for the PS4 version.
yes!
Joey, your enthusiasm is.
Oh
very
my
infectious.
god.
Anywhere.
Well,
There you go, Pedro. Finally.
Final Fantasy VII. Wait,
Alright, people.
7 and 9
hold
and
on,
10.
hold
Wait,
on,
oh my god, they
people.
skipped 8. They skipped 8.
Yeah, because 8 and hold on. Jova,
Yes.
Pedro, audience, I
What?
can finally say it. Now I'm okay with Cloud being Smash.
Yes.
Now I finally can say this.
7 and 9 and 10 and 10-2 are coming to this. Wait, Smash.
Alright, Smash.
Oh,
You
the
had
limited
like a, You
edition.
had like a nearly 90-minute speaking.
I
Yeah,
think Jova's about to explode.
I can
I'm probably
find.
gonna get
Oh, yeah.
this bundle.
The new Smash character, the Switch itself.
No, it's that limited edition that got leaked.
Yeah,
Full
that'd be-
game
that'd be-
download.
I'm guessing both for Final Fantasy VIII we're waiting because there hasn't been a console version of it yet. So if a Square is gonna make it, we're gonna make it for both PS4 and Switch at the same
Hey,
time.
Pedro,
Y'all
how,
know people are
Hey Joe, how much you want to guess
Yes.
that they're pretty much pulling a Partners in Time on Final Fantasy VIII at this point? I mean, come on. I mean, they've had so many chances galore to port that remaster. Actually, no. Is there even a remaster yet?
Yes, there is on PC. It's a PC exclusive.
Wait.
as of
Hold
this recording.
on. So, no newcomer announced for Smash?
Still going well?
November 16th in Europe.
November 2nd for America. Well, okay.
Stick around until the
Kudos for
very
you not overshadowing everything with Smash.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you
Hold
for
on.
watching.
No way.
You gotta wait for the
I
butt.
got one, there's
Hold
one more
on,
thing.
Drova, please.
It's probably Metroid Prime 4. Let's see.
Nope.
Please beat him. Oh, it's probably Smash. Oh, it's Animal Crossing.
Don't tell me.
Like, no, okay. Oh, it's Isabelle Echo. Isabelle is an Echo.
Wait,
Okay,
hold on.
makes
I'm sure you do.
sense.
Yeah, no, make him keep going.
Ah.
Like,
Don't you dare.
like, yes, I can understand this, but at the same time, I do believe Isabelle really is unnecessary.
Not
even as
only
an
that,
Echo.
I'm pretty sure she's gonna be an Echo, if anything.
Yeah, that's what I mean. She's an Echo villager.
Oh,
That's
she's trying
Wait,
to take
hold
over as
on.
mayor. Welcome to Animal Crossing Coup Edition, where you have to try and overthrow the mayor.
How lovely.
Oh, a letter. Did they just record someone?
Yes,
chattering
they
away in
do.
reverse?
Ha! Okay, that's a nice little catchphrase. Yep,
Keep in mind, Joe, I remember this was also the way Villager was,
yep.
you know, was announced he got the letter.
Okay, yes, he's definitely gotta be an Echo fighter.
Yeah,
Turns
she
over a new.
Well, okay. You know what? She's an Echo fighter. You know, at least she's not a complete newcomer. That was funny. Bye-bye.
Hold on, but
Wait.
I don't remember
can't be
this
all.
particular move for Villager.
I'll think about it, Isabel. I'll think about it.
Sorry, no Sonics allowed.
That can't seriously be all. Oh, God.
But
Wait.
they did say,
Uh-oh.
Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Hold on, Drova, please.
I'm just saying, uh-oh.
Tom, look, what are you watching?
Oh, no.
He's watching that show you watched earlier, Theo.
Stop looking at me like that, Tom.
He wants your money.
Come on, please. Get any sleep without money.
Yes, how lovely. Eh? What?
I'm a little confused right now.
What other business?
DLC? I mean, Tom Nook is
No,
the one that's
TTT. Sakurai said they weren't going to announce DLC until the game was out yet.
No, so who announces DLC before a game releases?
EA,
Commander.
Activision, you name it.
Now, Commander.
Even Insomniac and Sony have done that with the new Spider-Man.
Seriously?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
Well, to be fair, in that
of
case, the game
course,
was already
there
released
we
with content
go.
enough, so...
A new Animal Crossing game.
It makes sense. People were expecting.
No, people were asking for this everywhere.
Yeah.
They
Animal
can stop.
Crossing, please.
Surprised
No,
how
Shiri, no, just they'll keep asking more.
And that's it.
Sure.
Well,
I
we
guess,
got a Smash newcomer. It's an Echo Fighter.
I hope she's an Echo because
God,
I
I
don't
do
recognize her move.
Yeah, I hope she's an Echo too.
They didn't imply that she was.
Oh, well, sure. I reckon me and Tia recognized all those moves. She even had the firecracker.
Yeah, but it works in a different way. I don't know. They
Well,
need to
Tia,
rewatch it better.
that's the thing. Some Echo Fighters do work differently. I mean, they're, again, think of an Echo Fighter like, kind of like a clone, but not entirely. Sort of like how Lucina's Okay, you know how Lucina sword strikes are the entire thing but not nearly strong, whereas Marths are with the tipper? That's kind of like what Echo Fighters are. Sure, they have moves that mirror their originals, but they still do have aesthetic differences as well as, you know, a little bit more stuff here tweaked here and there. You know, they're not exactly the same as their previous ones. Like, they're not just skins after all. Well, there you go, Pedro. Smash did not overshadow this direct as you feared it would.
Well, I'm glad.
Well, was there anything that interested you?
Specifically World of Final Fantasy Maxima. And I'm glad that the Final Fantasy remasters are going to the Switch, but again, I have to ask, regardless of my opinions on the game, I guess Final Fantasy VIII fans are just keep getting the short end of the stick, I guess.
They're pissed right now. I can't wait till we hear their answer as to why 8 isn't on there.
I mean,
They'll
the Switch is getting Zodiac Age, Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy 15 Pocket Choice of the actual proper version of the game, but it's still something.
10 and 10-2.
Crystal Chronicles Remastered, Final Fantasy 9, Final Fantasy 10 and 10-2, and the definitive version of World of Final Fantasy. So
and two of those mystery dungeons.
So
where the fuck is 8?
So there you go, Tio. Cloud officially now has been... Oh my god, you know what this means, guys? Nintendo and Square have officially buried the hatchet that is
To be fair,
Final
Joe,
Fantasy
we
VII.
did it already a while ago. Remember, the Crystal Chronicles were also made specifically for this. They were GameCube and Wii exclusive for most of their life.
Well, true,
And it's getting
but I'm talking about
a PS4 release as well, though.
Well, obviously, but that's the thing, Tio. Finally, the game that was originally supposed to come to Nintendo has finally come. Better late than never with Final Fantasy VII, eh? Still, though, yeah, I really think that Square is pulling a Partners in Time with Final Fantasy VIII.
No, again, Joe, I'm thinking this is happening just because it doesn't have also the PS4 version, so I'm guessing eventually they're gonna get released on both systems.
Plus, Square Enix have been releasing a lot of Switch exclusive games recently, like Octopath Traveler.
All right, I have one of my friends. He's saying that Isabel doesn't seem for him. He knows a bit about Smash. Doesn't seem for him to be an echo, more like slightly updated, similar to Falco or Dr. Mario. So.
I mean, honestly, the way it doesn't look like she took up that much development time.
We'll see. Time. Anyway, as for the rest of the direct, yeah, it's fine. Luigi's Mansion 3 and the new Game Freak IP seems to be more interesting to me. Shame that they still haven't talked much about Bayonetta 3 and Metroid Prime 4. Metroid Prime 4 is more than a year and still know nothing. So that's a shame.
I'm guessing maybe they're gonna... Oh, well, how much you want to bet that Metroid Prime 4 is probably going to come out near the end of 2019, and they're going to do the same thing they did with Smash, as in, you know, they're going to start talking about it around the start of next year, and then...
That would make sense, but at the same time, that announcing it at E3 2017 was kind of pointless.
Wait. They announced it at E3, what now? Oh my god, they did!
Yes, more than a year ago.
Ha! Typical, just like a Breath of the Wild. Well, hopefully
anyway,
it's still amazing either
whatever,
way, I hope.
The point is, yeah, I like this direct. It's simple for what it is. Isabel, sure, I could have used anyone else other than her, even as an echo, but sure, whatever floats your boat. And the new Animal Crossing game is what the audience of that franchise wants, so... But please put back Mr. Rossetti in its original role, because the poor guy has been depersonalized a lot ever since the second game. So please give him back his chance. Anyway, that's all for me.
Shirai, how about you go next?
That was a fine direct. The only question I'm really left with is, why don't the characters in Final Fantasy 15 Pocket Adventure, why don't their mouths move?
Because it was a mobile game, and probably Square Enix hasn't spent too much in, porting.
I didn't realize it was also a mobile game. Okay.
Yeah.
And now I realize...
That makes a lot more sense then.
You know what else I realized? The Switch and PS4 now both have more current Final Fantasy games than the Xbox One, too.
Don't you see, Teo? It's for those who don't like the one Final Fantasy to go back to a cartoony look.
Actually, my reasons, like, because I didn't know much about it, I saw it and I thought, is this their compromise because they can't put the actual thing on the Switch?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I'm thinking this as well.
But aside from that,
What's interesting, Shiro, this edition is also available on the PS4, the same console that it was developed for.
And Xbox One.
Crystal Chronicles we talking about? Oh,
No, Pocket Edition.
no, Final Fantasy 15 Pocket Adventure.
Yeah, I don't
Pocket
get why
version.
that's also on the
Pocket
PS4. Like, you know, that was...
Sell more, Jova. That's simple as that.
But if you already have the original version on PS4...
You're not the only one who's asking this.
Okay, how about
me.
this, Jova? It's for those who don't have either version, but would be set aside for the cheaper one.
I guess. What,
Yeah, I guess.
What's wrong to you?
No, I'm just checking. Apparently, the Smash website has been updated, and she's officially not an Echo. Alright.
Whatever, semi-clone.
Yeah, I was trying to find that as well, but
I am fine with that either way. Again,
my only other question is,
Oh, go on.
the re-release of The World Ends With You, will that be physical or
Yes.
just digital?
Yes, it's going to be physical.
Yeah, it's also
Okay.
going to be physical.
Square Enix is publishing it themselves, and they usually do release physically. I mean,
Well, I mean, didn't that game not do particularly well in the first place? Or did it?
well, it's not
It
that
did good. It was-
it did enough. It did just enough
Okay.
for what it was. It was a Nintendo DS game, so obviously it didn't need
It
to
did
make
enough.
like a
It did
bajillion.
well enough to make them happy, essentially.
Okay.
Yeah.
Allow me to sum it up like you, Mr. Yushiro. Like Ghost Trick, it was a game that was a DS game that, sadly, a lot of people kind of passed by. Not because it was bad, but because it didn't get the marketing it deserved. And it ended up being a cult classic, so Square, I guess at some point, slapped themselves on the foreheads and said, gee, maybe we should actually try doing better with this. And now that time has finally come with the Switch version.
Yeah, I don't even have a Switch, but I'm interested, so that's why I'm asking.
World Ends With You is, if you ask me, the best Nintendo DS game ever made. But not just because of the incredible uniqueness and how well it uses the hardware, but because it's genuinely genius story that it has.
I know The World Ends With You and Ghost Trick are usually in people's top 5 for DS and 3DS games.
For good reasons, yes.
Yep.
Like I said before, Shiroi, I actually think Shutakumi's greatest work is Ghost Trick, not Ace Attorney.
Hey, Pedro, maybe someday we'll get a Switch remake of Ghost Trick.
That would be nice, yes.
If only to give that game a proper chance.
But anyway, aside from that, I mean, Splatoon update for whenever I have that. So, yeah, it's quite hard to talk about any of this because I don't actually have a Switch, and
Me neither, Shiri, but I'm planning to get it soon enough. So
yeah.
Oh,
And the 3DS games, I mean, they're slowing down on those a bit. So, I mean, I like the Yoshi and the Kirby games; those are fine.
How about that Luigi's Mansion 3?
I never really looked into that series. It wasn't something that was interesting to me, personally. I probably should try it. The only, like, I think it's actually out. I haven't checked, but I know the last time I heard about it, the demo was out. But the only 3DS game that I've been interested in the while, was it called Sushi Strikers?
Yes.
Yeah, that one's adorable.
It's coming to the Switch as well.
Oh, okay. That's actually better. I thought it was a 3DS exclusive.
Also, apparently, things that I found just now, Assassin's Creed Odyssey is getting the Resident Evil 7 treatment. It's only available in Japan, but it's a cloud version.
Wait, what?
Work.
So essentially, it's the reverse because Resident Evil 7 is also available on the Switch, but only in Japan.
I'm more surprised that someone in Japan even cares about Assassin's Creed.
Well, and when you figure it's on the Switch.
Don't forget, Joe, that apparently everybody at Square is a big fanboy of it, apparently.
Oh, I see. So
Final Fantasy 15 is more in Western audience than the Japanese
So
one.
it's-
So Square
Now
invented
explain
it.
14 too, then.
It streams to the Switch, I think.
Same. Remember, also during marketing, they mentioned they wanted. Remember, it was a time period where everyone in the game wanted to quote unquote appease to the Western audience.
I also noticed one thing we need to address, by the way. They didn't mention Fair Fence or
That's
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Uh,
Basically, folks, Idea Factory
According
has
to this,
been. Okay, a bit of context. A bit of context, audience. Idea Factory have been bringing a lot of games to the Switch lately, and one of the games they're bringing is, well, as you'll soon see eventually when that playthrough starts being publicized.
a lot of games. Hold on. What games have they released on Switch? Fair Fence or F? Because none of the Neptunia games have been releasing on
The
Switch.
upcoming Canadian 21.
Okay, but what about their other games though?
Basically, Pedro, there's a
James
list
mentioned
of it
Nobel
somewhere,
Library.
but basically there's
Let me
like
check.
there's no less than 13 titles that Idea Factory is bringing over to Nintendo Switch.
Can't wait for the scene when Neptune drinks maple syrup. in
Here
that game.
we are.
I'm surprised that game is coming anywhere near Nintendo.
Yeah, oh, sure. Nintendo have been allowing a lot more risque stuff lately.
Okay. So it's
I wouldn't
games that...
hesitate. Risque isn't the word I'd use to describe.
They're putting Steins Gate on the Switch, aren't they?
Yeah.
Anyway, basically, folks, Fair Fencer FF and Dark Horse is also coming to the Switch, which means that sequel's probably coming soon.
That
Yeah.
poison is
Well,
being
the
spread.
by the time we're recording, the audience still doesn't know the things what we suffer through. Soon enough.
You don't
Oh, I
worry,
see
it's coming
the
soon.
list.
Eh?
I just checked the list. None of the games that the Compile Hard is bringing to the Switch, aside from Fair Fence or F, are games that people outside of Japan even know. So what you'd think they would release their cash cow, but I guess not.
Well, I guess that they're using the Canadian title to test the waters for that. Go figure.
I guess.
Look, Pedro, I don't get it either, but some companies apparently still think that they need to test whether or not the Switch will do well for them.
Well, that's the thing, Joe, that most people buy consoles for certain things. I mean, I certainly didn't get the Switch for freaking Fairy Fencer F, did I?
Well, obviously not that, but Netonius
I
are...
bet you there's one person on this planet
That's a big
who
mistake.
sees that and is like, right, I can
dreams
finally
come
get a
true.
Switch.
Regardless, though, Neptunia is their cash cow franchise. You'd think they'd start off with that, but whatever. I digress. Anyway, the point being is like, well, yeah, no talk about Fairy Fencer F at this direct. Yeah, it's not the biggest title, so I guess they probably weren't going to mention that.
Props on my own personally on the Capcom's beat 'em up collection. I suggest which owner to get it, because the titles that we've seen comprises are probably possibly some of, if you're a fan of beat 'em ups, these titles are basically your best bet.
Surprised that they didn't mention
get this collection.
Omniusha HD.
Maybe for another time, Joe.
My biggest surprise is, well, not just the fact that Game Freak made a PG that isn't Pokemon, but also that they must have some incredible stamina to work on that and the like Pokemon Let's Go games and the proper Gen 8 start game.
Yeah.
Back in the day, the Game Freak kind of did that as well. Remember, they at some point drilled Dozer for the Game Boy Advance at the same time with Pokemon.
Yeah, but that was for like that. Yeah, but that was for a system that didn't need a whole lot of Well, it's GBA development versus development for the Switch. They're both really different beasts.
Come on, guys, let's try not to
Yeah,
try this out
let's
so
wrap
much.
this up.
Yeah, that's all I have to say, really.
Alright
Yeah,
then.
good
This was
direct.
fine.
Pedro?
Yeah, it was fine. Like the highlight for me was World of Final Fantasy Maxima, because I'm really looking forward to seeing how Hiroki Shiba is gonna write Noctis.
I forgot. Yeah. Also, was Zack also in the base game, or
No.
is he also
No.
new?
No,
Alright.
that's new. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what Hiroki Shiba
Okay.
does, because this is a guy this is literally the equivalent of World of Final Fantasy is literally the equivalent of a fan of Final Fantasy making a glorious crossover parody of the entire series. So
Please add also a character from Final Fantasy 2. Don't forget it again, please. Thank you.
we'll see, I guess.
I don't know about you guys, but I can't wait for World of Final Fantasy Minima on the 3DS.
or maybe on mobile devs.
You can get it practically.
It would work there too.
Let's see, guys. You can get it anywhere but except the Xbox One. I know I keep bringing up that thing, but holy cow, Microsoft, catch up, please.
Jova, nobody cares. Like, let's just keep going. Go ahead.
Yeah. Go ahead, Jova, closes it off.
Okay. I'll admit, the Smash fan in me was hoping for something bigger, but you know what? To be fair, they probably didn't want to risk overshadowing this stuff with too much Smash stuff. And I'll give it this. It was the perfect lead-in for advertisement of a new game. You know, a new Animal Crossing game. And you know what, Isabel fans? Congrats to you. Your girl's in. She's a semi-clone of Villager, not even Echo Fighter. And I guess, to be fair, she has enough unique stuff to her. She looks like she'll be fun enough to play. I mean, she's not who I hope for, but she still looks fun. And you know what? Honestly, considering that I've already gotten some of my biggest wishes like Ridley and Daisy, who would be I to complain? Oh, Phoenix Wright, please make it in. Okay, so, the start of this direct. Luigi's Mansion 3. Good start. I do like the Luigi's Mansion series. Hopefully it'll play more like the first one rather than the second one. The second one was definitely good, but I didn't really care for the mission structure, I'll admit. I kind of like more of the open world feel of the first one. And this one does look like it could tap into that. 3DS titles. Good. They're all looking good. Next up. Oh, good to see that there's... It is good. Yeah, and of course, as per usual, Nintendo, keep up with those third-party ports. They're looking good. And speaking of those third-party ports, holy cow, wow, did Square Enix come to play today? Like... Yeah,
they basically answered the question that me and the others were asking. Well, I was asking that for a couple of months and Perry as well, but I basically mentioned it to the others the other day, basically, the fact that these games like 7 and 9 were relatively so easy to port. 10, 10, 2, and 12 maybe a bit more, but I see they're having no problem. So props for that.
And hey, while I'm waiting for the actual proper 15, I'm sure Pocket Edition is a good wait for Nintendo Switch users. I guess upset I have the proper 15 on my PS4 anyway. And so yeah, I mean, it's good that Square Enix are now looking like they're gonna keep Nintendo up to date with their Final Fantasy stuff. Good on them from that. And yes, like you said, Tio, Cloud officially now has some proper Nintendo representation.
You're not gonna hear me anymore bitch about it. Happy.
It'll make watching all the previous Final Fantasy related stuff.
Oh god, it's gonna make Cloud's reveal for Smash incredibly awkward in hindsight, ain't it, Tio?
Whatever.
Whatever. That was the past.
All the time, anyway.
But yeah, I'll admit, I think the highlight for me was definitely all of Square's support for the Switch, because, okay, I have always wanted to play some of those games on the Switch because, you know, again, handheld, that's the perfect, well, it's a console, but it's also handheld. It's perfect for long durations, but when I just want to put it down, I can put it down. Something about it makes it a bit more easy and accessible, and it's a good way for me to practice when I record stuff using PC. So, yeah, good on them for that. Super Mario Party is looking good, you know, baby steps with the online stuff. Speaking of online mode stuff, again, it sounds like it's a good enough deal, it's well enough priced, but I am really hoping, Nintendo, the online better be actually better quality to facilitate us actually paying for it. Basically, that's the thing,
yes, Jova. A good netcode and also decent offers when it comes to the NES game that you offer, because like Pero mentioned, this comes right after Nintendo is going full 1984 on ROM sites. And while I understand that piracy in some form of occasion, especially for very famous games like Super Mario Bros. 3, is not really good when it comes especially to Nintendo's affairs, there are other instances where it may be more disadvantageous than anything. So please, Nintendo, offer decent deals and don't overprice this shit.
Yeah, the Yoshi stuff looked cute as usual. Kirby's extra epic yard. Holy cow, how much more are you gonna add on to that title? That looks decent. The new Super Mario Brothers thing doesn't look to be just a port, but could be a compilation of games. Like, I mean...
No, it's basically a collection of ports, remember, Jova.
So I was right, it is a collection.
Super Mario Bros. U plus Super Luigi you remember it was made during the year Luigi, plus the minor extra content of Toadette being playable, similar to Funky Mode in Country Tropical Freeze. That's the thing. Out of all the Wii U games, this was one of the that I was expecting the least to be ported on the Switch.
Hey,
But I guess the Nintendo would rather do this rather than make another new Super Mario Bros. For the Switch.
I
And
guess
fine
to
with
be
that.
fair, they kind of have burnt out with that series. Might as well port and
Definitely.
upscale it. And hey, maybe this means Super Mario 3D World is going to get a Switch port. If ever there were a game that deserved more sales.
Anyway.
But yeah, that was good, that was good. And of course, am I forgetting anything?
No, not that much, Jova.
Yeah, there were... Oh, the Star Fox stuff. Okay,
Yeah, sure.
I'm really hoping and I'm really certain that we may get something of a story campaign, given the fact that they actually bothered to put all that CGI trailer stuff in for Star Fox. Like, I don't think they would have put it in for as much if we didn't have a story thing. And given how Ubisoft and Nintendo really bonded well over Mario plus Rabbids, I would not be surprised if we get a pretty dang good Star Fox game out of this. Oh yeah, that's right. It's actually not a Star Fox game. It's called Starlink, but it's going to be Star Fox to me.
Surprising, I see Starlink. My brain keeps thinking. I'm surprised they didn't call it like. Well, then again, they can't call it Star Wing, can they? Because that was the name of Star Fox around here.
Really?
The first game, anyway. It basically, Jova, that they couldn't, for the longest time, they couldn't use the word Star Fox here in Europe because of copyright. So they called the first game Star Wing, and they called Star Fox 64 Lilac Wars around here. But they got around that from Adventures onwards.
Anyway, but yeah, that looked tight. And of course, let's cap it off with that Smash reveal. It was mundane, not what I was expecting, but you know what? I can live with it. I mean, I'm not particularly an Animal Crossing fan, but it's a series that I'm fine with. And hey, the Animal Crossing fans definitely got a nice bone thrown to them, and it's good to see that Nintendo is going to keep up the pace with their reveals. It's good to hear. We'll get enough good titles here and there. Of course, 2018 is pretty much settled between a bout of ports, new IPs, and of course Smash. And 2019 looks like it's going to have a good stuff to keep it well paced too. No delays necessary. Still. So yeah, okay. To people who are disappointed with the Direct saying, oh, this or that didn't show up, I can definitely get being upset, but I wouldn't say that this Direct necessarily warrants, calling it a terrible Direct. I mean, I'd say this was a Direct that did just its job that it needed to do. That said, you have every right to be upset about maybe Bayonetta 3 or Metro Prime 4 not showing up, but considering all the other events they could show up at, and the fact that, if this is how Nintendo's going to do stuff, not start truly hyping stuff up until the year it's coming out, and it still does turn out to be great, and they actually give it enough attention like they're doing with Smash. Like, let's not forget, Smash literally got announced this year, and it's been covered well and highly dearly. I'd say we're in good graces still, and the stuff coming looks great. Oh yeah, that reminds me, World Ends With You. Now, when can we get a Xenoblade Chronicles and a Xenoblade Chronicles export?
Yeah, that's another thing. Like the Wonderful 101 and Xenoblade Chronicles X would have been far better choices to port than fucking New Super Mario Brothers U. Nobody cares about New Super Mario Brothers U.
Give it some time. You'd be surprised. New Super Mario Brothers U was one of the best selling, and it sold more than 3D World. So there's definitely
That's not really saying much considering what platform it was.
But Jova in the UK was beat by NAC.
For 1 month. Act for 1
Anyway,
month.
we already
I
dragged
keep
both
telling
these.
you, don't trust us.
The point of me is like, oh yeah, there's still an audience for 2D Mario here and there, so it's a nice bone thrown. And, the Smash reveal, yeah, it was good enough. I guess we can't have every Smash reveal be some ticking time bomb of hype, otherwise people might die from shock.
That's what you sounded like anyway.
Oh, well, wasn't that for the Final Fit? Oh, that. I digress. I digress. Nonetheless, I had fun this Direct.
All right.
Okay, so we'll see you for the next one whenever that is.
Yeah. See you
See ya.
then.
See ya.